My name is Yan Lee. I'm a registered nurse, and within the past couple of months, me and a couple of colleagues have sort of came together and formed an organization. We're trying to benefit the community.
Through our missions, we have to say 3 objectives: that voice, development, and the power. I definitely have a strong beliefs that Asian American will stand out in this American society. But through BrAVO, which is spread our voice, our concept, we want all the youth really stand up, voice themselves. Not gonna be a quiet Chinese child in the society. And we wish them can develop their talent in everywhere. You don't have to be doctor, lawyer, follow my whatever old-fashioned way. You can stand up by, discover your talents. The last one is a power. I think that Chinese history try to avoid to touch politics, which is wrong. We have to change it. And able to change them, it gives them the ground to stand up. So the power can really pass down to our young generations, which is mean we're gonna have a brighter future.
Within the past 15, 20 years, we have witnessed a new wave of Chinese immigrants begin to settle in this area. And at the same time, they isolated themselves from the rest of the community and created their own world. And because of that, they really lack the resources and knowledge to grow professionally and personally. Lily's goal, and also is BrAVO's mission, is to inspire and help Asian American in Brooklyn to achieve their professional and personal growth.
We try to let a lot of Chinese students they aware the political field, especially during the election. We did 3 things during these several months. The first one is to have a summer election drive. So we have about 20 to 30 students go on the street just right on the corner to encourage the citizen to register, to let them have an opportunity to vote in November. So the second one is we did in October, we have about 7 teams, 14 students, and some of their parents. They come out door to door, fill out the registration form again to catch up to vote in November. And the third one is phone banking, to call the Pennsylvania from the different states. So we have dozen students they try to call.
BrAVO really has established itself in the community, and that's mainly through the success of our voter registration drive, our collaboration project with a major newspaper company, and also right now our essay competition, which is open to all high school students. And really our goal for this competition is to encourage students to examine and engage themselves in issues that are facing young Asian Americans today.
What I see in schools, that Asian students are generally can be categorized in 2 extremes. One group are the high-performing kids, who are the kids where mainstream see them as the elite students who do not need any help. They're just smart, to begin with. Another group are this group of students who are struggling, but they cannot get any help. And a lot of time, they just fall through the crack and disappear.
The way we need to want to be success, we have to be work hard, triple times than others.
What do you think is intimidating to them about the American culture, or New York City for that matter?
Certainly the language, they don't speak the language.
Most thing is still the language. It's a big barrier. It's still, for me now, I'm still,
We're one of the fastest growing and one of the most diverse population in the metro area. Because of, the diversity, and, it presents a challenge, really for Asian American themselves to understand what it really means to be in an Asian American community.
In European or Caucasian or ethnic groups, they have the habits of donating their certain ratio of their earnings to the community. Chinese people do not have the concept, or it's not used to the concept of donating part of their earning to the community-based organization to help other people.
We don't share one single language or a single cultural bond. So, the challenge is really to see whether there is a shared identity among us.
What I found that Chinese people are very family-centered, and we always asking, how can you complete your responsibility as a family member, as a good child, good son, or as a good mother.
Asian Americans, it's our culture, and it's also how we were brought up. We tend to be very passive and quiet. We don't complain. We're not as vocal as other ethnic groups. So the problem then is just like crying babies get the candies. We don't cry, we don't get the candies. Organizations or programs are all targeted in helping the minority students, not including Asians, minority students, either Hispanic or African Americans, to help them with a lot of alternative programs, after-school programs, but all those funding or scholarship, all those funding are targeted for these students, but will not be available for Asian students who are also struggling in the same situation. Community-based organization or schools, students with Asian backgrounds generally receive less funding or resources that come from public donations. Asian Americans takes up 10% of New York City's populations. However, Asian Americans community-based organizations only receive 1% of the public funding. This is an example of inequality of the public funding to our Asian Americans organizations.